Hey y'all, so, oh my gosh, I'm laughing because this is supposed to be like a Q1 update on my planner system. And honestly, before I think I can even continue recording, I need y'all to meet my new friend. So yes, I've been sucked into the ring planner. It's like making a comeback right now. I'm seeing them everywhere and I gave in, you know. What am I gonna, what else is there to say? Anyhow, this, and I'll explain. But let me kind of show y'all how I've been using, what I've been using, and why I felt like I needed to make some changes. It all boils down to just being more functional for me and efficient. Because while I love these two, and I will probably finish this in its entirety, I'm almost halfway through. And so I kind of feel like, you know what, I'd love to just fill this whole entire tiny notebook. Maybe I just fill it in different ways. And then obviously this, I have gotten a little bit behind, but I'll show y'all in a little bit. Y'all know me, I'm not afraid of blank pages because I know they can get filled up later, but yeah, I fell pretty far behind. And a lot of that has to do with like when my kids are home. We just had spring break. When my kids are home, I can't, you know, I'm just like go nonstop. So I didn't really have time and I wasn't doing a good job. Like I'm going to call myself, I'm not going to blame my kids for this, but it's my fault. I wasn't really making a big of enough effort to sit down and have some downtime in the last couple weeks. But anyhow, let me show y'all what's been going on. This is, so, cause I always get asked, this is the A6 Leuchtturm. They call it an A6, but it's pocket size notebook. I absolutely love it. It's super cute. And I've just been filling it up and doing a lot of like dailies and things in here. I like to do a backwards flip because if you've watched any of my previous flips, you know, you've seen the beginning already. I don't really feel like starting from the beginning, but if you want to like, this is kind of helpful. So when you get to a spot where you've already seen before, you can just fast forward. So that's why I always do them backwards. I also do them backwards on Instagram for that same reason, because I'd like to show the new stuff first. It's just more fun. Anyways, so like I said, I've been using these for a daily. Some days I'm just better at it than others. Some days I will make a list and then I will tuck this away and I will forget it even exists until like 3 days later. And I will sit down and write down what I had done, mainly for the purpose of being able to catch up in my journal. Although I do log certain things on like Instagram stories and I'll go through my archives to be able to help me journal through there. But anyhow, these last few days have been a little crazy. The beginning of April, I added this really cute little Tombow color reference chart. I have the whole like 96 pack and I just started using them randomly. I've had them forever. Finally started using them. April 1st was Monday. My kids finally went back to school after spring break. And then this, I like to change up. I have found that I like to change up how I do my monthly pages in here. I really like this one. As actually when I first made it, I was like, I hate this. And then I started filling it in of just like, I try to jot down some like highlights or high points or just things I know that are going to happen that are big and I need to like mentally prepare for or be like physically and mentally available for. This is the first time I've done this, but I've marked like paydays in here too. This is just like one big log from the weekend. We had so much fun. And the biggest thing is we did something different that we've not really done before. And so like those little things and those little moments, while I may not have time to sit down and like annotate them all in here into great detail, I can just like jot down a little note about what we did. This was Easter weekend. We spent Saturday night. Everyone had like a Lego set from either like a birthday gift or a Christmas gift. And we all got our Lego sets out and we just built Lego. Me and both my kids, shockingly, my teenager too. And we watched the old X-Men cartoons because my husband made us watch the new ones and I was obsessed. Anyhow, so that's what we did over the weekend. This is a recipe that I got from Jen Eats Good on Instagram. I absolutely love her channel. This is a one pot chicken sausage with rice and spinach. It was so good. My kids loved it and ate it up. So I think for some bit here, I have been writing down a couple recipes, but I'm going to be transferring the good ones I'm going to transfer into my my personal rings. And then just some things from Friday. I did very much influenced by we're inspired by Helen from Coffee Monsters Co. I love how she does these big date headers, and then she's been doing like little doodles, and I will probably go back and add some for some of these days, like this one here, because there's some space, and some here. It just gets me to try drawing something different. Here I did it again. This was in a lot more great detail. And I need to just have a moment for this Pilot G2. Everything I've been using, or I can probably tell you up until a point, but I get asked what pens I use. It's the Pilot G2 0.7. That's not it. I have all the different sizes, but it's this Pilot G2, 07. I've seen them everywhere. I absolutely love them. They work great in the Leuchtturm. They work really well in the Hobonichi Cousin. And then I draw my doodles I do with a Tombow Fudenosuke, the hard tip pen. Here's just like a week ahead. I've been trying really hard, or I've been utilizing like a week, kind of like a rundown, because especially for the weeks that are super busy where we have something going on all the time. My birthday was a couple weeks ago, and that was a lot of fun. My dailies, just took a different form. I like the full page ones just because I write more things down, which helps me remember things better. But I also, what's the word? I also take up a whole page, which is great because that means I'm just going to finish this notebook sooner. This week, my birthday week, I had so much going on in prep for the sale, a release, things at work, and just things I had to do. So I did take a minute, which I was very grateful for, on this Monday, and just wrote down everything that was going on in my head. And this is what I would use to reference as I was making these lists and saying okay, can I fit one of these things in on these days? Or if I got through my to-do list, I could go back and reference this thing's to-do list and be like, okay, I can knock that out real quick. So that was very helpful. Jotted down the weekends. I usually just kind of lump it all together because we're pretty busy, and I don't really take the time to sit down and plan out my weekends so much unless I just have a lot going on. This one I just wrote down. I was feeling really overwhelmed. You'll see coming up, there's no pages for some of these days. But I just wrote down, I wanted to take a moment and jot down things that I'm really enjoying, things that are making me happy, things that are bringing me joy, just because my mood has been very up and down with so much going on. I have a running design list for Reed, who's my little book character, in my shop See Amy Draw. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. And then just these dailies, I only wrote down for 2 days there. I did a little meal plan page. This is a week of page that I think looks a lot better than some of the other ones I've done. Compared to this one, I didn't feel like spending the time to jot it out, which is nice because, it's just a notebook. It's a blank page. You can make it whatever you want. But I really like how this one looks because it's a lot more organized and much easier to look at and digest. This is my March monthly, and that's where March began and February ends. I tried a horizontal layout. Sometimes when I get bored with something, I will try something different. I usually go on Instagram or Pinterest to get inspiration. Here's that week of at a glance again. And then this is just a recap of Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is just a very chaotic weekend, another chaotic weekend. And then this I've been asked to make into a sticker, which I will do for my next shop update. And then so these are some verticals. I don't know why I wrote this down. And it's a quote from a movie or a show or something, and it just had me laughing so hard. I think you know what? Because during this time I was doing a rewatch of Ugly Betty, and I think it's from Ugly Betty, where Daniel says blah blah blah, and Betty says that's 3 blahs or something. I think something like that. Here's another daily, again a week ahead, and some more daily pages. I took my kids self-care shopping. I gave them like an allowance and said like, okay, you can purchase anything you need for yourself, self-care wise. So, you know, like hygiene things and things like that. And they had like a spending limit, and it was a lot of fun for them to really sit there and think about like, okay, I only have X amount of dollars left, but I need this, but I want that. And like trying to teach them to kind of how to like prioritize things and make sure that they are taking care of themselves and only buying the things that they really, you know, are gonna use and consider. Abby was like experimenting with makeup. It's so cute because Caitlin had such a good time helping her out. Caitlin's my oldest, Abby's my youngest, and so it was just a really great bonding experience for them too. Caitlin loves being a big sister, and she does a great job at it, so that was really fun. So I did some little doodles. This is where my like start with my new kind of like art style has kind of gone. I'm absolutely obsessed. But yeah, just jotted down some random thoughts. I wanted a work bag because I started a new job in February, and I was like, I want a work bag, and I looked for hours, I felt like, and could not find everything of what I wanted all in one thing. Now I just use a backpack that has one pocket, and I absolutely love it. I got it from Lululemon, and it's perfect. And so here's some more. I try to doodle more in my notebook. This is from when we went to Atlanta. My husband and I went to Atlanta for the Galentine's event. I presented there. I did a hand lettering workshop that was chaotic but super fun. Everyone was so nice, and I had a great time. I'll always go back to Galentine's. But we ate so much food, and I actually drew this in the car on the way home. I drew it in pencil, so there were a lot of mistakes made. And then this was just like everything up until then. This is my February monthly, which looks very much like my March, wherever that is. Here it is. I did like this one because it kind of helps me see like what day of the week the day lands on, but I wasn't referencing it at all. And then over here, I would just jot down like important dates and stuff. And now we're getting into January, which I don't know if I've actually done a full flip of this on YouTube, so if not, here we go. I did a collaboration, or I did I got a PR box from Pilot, and they sent me like this Mean Girls pack of like their G2s and like all the different pinks and stuff, and it was so fun, and I was so nervous. I always get really nervous whenever a brand trusts me to like showcase their products and stuff. Like, it's just like I get the nerves so bad. But I remember like doing these doodles, and obviously I got a smudge there that happened later, but I was like, okay, don't mess up, because if you mess up you gotta start completely over. But it was fine. I just did some fun little doodles, and it was a lot of fun. And then I did write down, I'm gonna cover this up because I don't know if, well, this one I don't have to cover up. I finished Iron Flame, and I just wrote down a few of my feelings, but then I started Better Than the Movies right after that. I think it's by Lynn Painter. I absolutely am obsessed with this book. I will read it probably once a year. Do like a 90s, 2000s movie marathon and read that book because it's just so good. And then this one's another cute like week ahead. I love this Coffee Monsters co-sticker. It says, get your ducks in a row. That's how I feel. These are notes when I was having a creative block. I went online and just did like a search of like things I can do to get out of it. And I found this article on Mike Could. I think it's called MikeCould.com or Art Block. I don't know. But it's 5 types of creative blocks and kind of like how to get out of them. We have this daily calendar Snoopy. It's so cute, and every day it's a new little comic, and I will cut out and tape some of my favorites in my journals and stuff. Here's another recipe. When I tried this vegan Alfredo sauce, it was okay. This is my favorite page, I think, in this entire book, because this is from when the new Bluey season came out, and I had to sit and draw a picture of Bluey and write about my oldest and I. There was actually like a snow day, and it didn't snow or something like that, but maybe it was tornado. We had those like back to back. Anyhow, she got to stay home on the day that the Bluey episodes premiered, so we watched them all day. And then, yeah, There's some other stuff. I'm trying to like remember what. Sometimes I'll like journal a little bit in here. We did a lot of morning walks. This is obviously a much different pen. I think this is one of my Sailor fountain pens, and I was like, at first I really loved how thin it is because you can fit so much more on each line, but it's very scratchy. I don't know. I'm sure I'm not using it right. So this is when I was going through my pen test phase. And then this kind of led me to really loving the Pilot G207s because it's just like very consistent pen for me. I will probably dip back in, pun intended, to my fountain pens at some point in time because I do want to use them. And then this is where it all started. I actually wrote stuff on the wrong page. I skipped a page. It was funny. I was doing these daily doodles, and then I just obviously didn't keep up with them. And then this was my January monthly spread, which I did not like at all. I actually did this page, and I was like, dang, can I just throw this notebook away and start over? No, you cannot. So I didn't. And then this is the index, where I only write in here like pages that have like something that's other than like a daily plan or whatever. So that is that. That is my Leuchtturm pocket. I love it. It's great. The only thing about this is that when I use this, I try to keep my materials to a minimum. Sometimes I'll go back and stick stickers or washi tape anywhere that there's a gap or something. So I really only have, I use my Pilot G2, some sort of highlighter or marker to do the color, and then I use my Tombow Fudonosuke. But then when I doodle, I like to use a pencil first, so I also have a mechanical pencil, and that's just a lot to do to just make a list of things I have to do. So while I love this, and while I will probably continue using it, probably more so for things like jotting down like cute little memories like this with little doodles with them, just like, you know, offhand or whatever, I will probably continue using this for that reason. And yes, so I really picked this up and started using it because I needed something. My planning system wasn't a planning system. It was like a memory keeping or journaling system. And so there was no forward thinking or planning ahead in what I had been doing. So that's why I picked this up and started using it. My cousin, I know y'all, I don't even know where to begin with this because I'm behind, obviously. Today is the 3rd. It is what it is. I've been very busy, and I just now have found some time to take a breath and focus on some of the things that I wanted to focus on for myself. And yeah, so these are my pages. And like I said, I like to start from the back and work my way to the front because y'all probably have seen, if you're coming back, welcome back, but also you've probably seen the pages I have been working on. But my cousin, I really use only the daily pages. Every time I pick up a cousin, I say I'm going to, you know, use the monthlies and the dailies and the weeklies, and then I don't. And I'm like, okay, what's the point? So I think next year, this may be my last year using a Hobonichi Cousin, and then next year I will just use a notebook because then it'll be more free-flowing, I feel like. And I have so many notebooks, so that'll save me like the $60. I don't remember how much this is, like 40, maybe 45, 50, 60, I don't remember. But it'll just save me that money to not have to buy another daily or dated daily journal, which will be nice. So yeah, like here's my birthday. That's a picture of my birthday cake my husband got me. It's got Spider-Man's head on it, and it glowed in the dark. It lit up. I had the same cake last year. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we started watching X-Men 97, and I became so obsessed. Y'all, I have no prior history of X-Men before watching X-Men 97. I remember watching the show as a kid, but not understanding a dang thing that was happening. I knew I liked Beast, and I knew I liked Storm. That was it. I thought they were so cool. But anyhow, X-Men 97 is fantastic. My husband is a big X-Men fan, like grew up watching every episode and like when it aired. And he said that X-Men 97 is really good. So if you liked the original, you will probably like $97 too. This is from a birthday week. The only problem with like keeping up with this to do doodles and stuff is that that's kind of what this is for. I do more journaling and memory keeping in here though, so I don't know, we'll find a balance of some things. I have been using this Fomemo thermal printer for all of my photos, mainly because the paper is sticky paper, sticker paper, and it's super duper thin, so I don't have to worry about it bulking up my planner too much. When I do that, when I print my photos, when you go into the app, there is a way that you can adjust your photos, and I turn up the contrast pretty high, because what that does, it increases the difference between dark areas and light areas. And while it's not a premium photo, and then I'm not expecting it to be, it does print better that way. So here's the Snoopy daily calendar comics. I put the funny ones in here. I went to a new cafe called East Pole with a member of the board for the organization I work at, and it was so good. I'd never heard of it before, didn't even know where it was. It was like tucked away, and it was so cute. And so I just doodled their little logo on a coffee mug in here. These are from, let's see. Oh, I need to update this. This is like a daily calendar. Eric, her art is very recognizable, but I love this because it's like super thin paper. I can't remember where I ordered it from, probably like Cute Things Japan or something. And you just tear the day off. And I like to cut out, I do save them, and then I will just cut out the picture if I want to, and I just put them in little gaps in my journaling spreads. And yeah, Abby let me cut her hair. It was very nice of her. And funny enough, this like little design was on this calendar from like 2 days before, and I was like, oh, perfect, I'll just cut that out. And then I just used some double-sided tape to stick it in there. This was, I don't remember what this is from, but I bought these really pretty orange roses from Trader Joe's, and they just caught my eye, and they had so many roses, but they had so many orange ones. I guess people didn't want the orange ones, but I thought they were so pretty. So I took a picture on Instagram and I posted it, and so I just printed out the story from Instagram. I just realized I think this has been super crooked the whole time, and I apologize. More of those comics, some stickers from my shop. These are like the large deco sheets, which I absolutely love for journaling, for purposes like taking up space, for filling in big gaps. These are from the Spring Blossoms collection, which I think released on this weekend, which is probably why I used them. I did some doodles of the collection in here because I really loved how they turned out. These are the cherry blossoms. I drew some of those for the cherry blossom collection, but my cherry blossoms look different from that. This is from the Lucky Charms deco sheet. I think this is actually these are from the Patreon Happy Mail. So my Patreon IRL dudes get monthly Happy Mail, and I will sometimes use the same designs that I use in the shop, but I will design different stickers with those designs for them that you won't find in my shop. So that's how I kind of kicked off my birthday month, which was March. And this is the die cut. So every part of the Happy Mail that they get my IRL dudes get a vinyl sticker. It's hand wash friendly, and I usually do like a fun, like, I don't know if it can pick up, but it's like a holo, some sort of hollow or overlay on those, and so that just makes it even more fun. But these are stickers that only they get, like you will not find those in my shop. And then this is from February. I got some jelly cats. My youngest and I went to a local toy store, and they had 2 jelly cats I had been wanting, and so I got those. And then did my nails on that day. I think that's when I decided to stop going to the salon to get my nails done because it's pricey and it takes so long. And I used to do my nails at home all the time, which I need to do them again, maybe tonight. And I went to Walmart and just bought a bunch of stuff for doing my nails, and so it was really nice, quiet moment for me because it was a school day, so I got to go alone. This is my youngest, is in an after school kind of an after school program. On Mondays, we go to my work, and KRU, which is a local nonprofit, they do like hip hop like workshops and clinics that are a lot of fun. So her and her friend come with me, and they go do that while I work, and it's so much fun. Yeah. Oh, this is from when I redid. So my mother lived with us. She recently moved out. She's actually traveling. So, you know, doing her whole, living her best retired life right now. And we converted her room into an office, and I painted it, and I'm obsessed. I love it so much. And then, yeah, this is from when I was testing out paint colors, and I sent my husband a photo of two very clearly different grays. I'm not talking about they were slightly different. I'm not talking about like white and eggshell white or something like that. It was like a cool tone gray and a warm tone gray. And he was like, I can't tell the difference. I was like, what do you mean you can't tell the difference? But that was a lot of fun. And then me and my youngest one got churros at a place that's nearby. I make my kids lunches. They're a little bougie bento, which is what I call them. I call them bougie bento. And this one was really cute. So I drew a picture of that. I watched Kiki's Delivery Service because that was one of my comfort movies, and I needed that. Made curry this night. I guess I had a really quiet day. This doodle here inspired the Coffee First collection, which just came to my shop my birthday weekend, that I don't think a collection has done as well as that one in probably like a year or two in my shop. So that really warmed my heart. If you were able to order during my birthday, or you just engage with me in some way, thank you so much. Just really warmed my heart like coffee does. Family day where we did a bunch of chores. This is an old photo that I absolutely love. My youngest was obsessed with Batman when she was little, and she had several Batman costumes, and she just dressed like Batman all the time. That's them just playing with their dad. We went and saw Turning Red in movie theaters. So I drew the Tamagotchi. This is when they announced the Fantastic Four cast. Oh my gosh. On Valentine's Day, I was so thrilled. So much so, I actually did print this with my Canon ID2 with their printable sticker paper. But yeah, that announcement was so cool. And no, I have not been a fan of any Fantastic Four movies. Really. I don't even think I saw the last one with, I think his name is Miles Teller and Michael B. Jordan. I think I saw like half of it, and I was like, I can't do this. And yeah, I was really obsessed with this Once More with Love washi tape, and then this star washi tape in the background. This is from No White Space stickers. You will notice during the month of February, I was very obsessed with those, a selection of washi tapes. Let's see. Abby and I had some after school fun on this Friday. We went and got churros. To Dunkin' Donuts, because whenever she has an orthodontist appointment, we go to Dunkin' Donuts afterwards. So this is such a cute, perfect sticker from Bubba Bear. So cute. This is when I drew that collage that I had, this doodle, when I first sketched it. So I was very proud of myself. I guess I had a phone call with my brother, and that was nice. So we got to catch up on some things that were going on. This is from when we went to Atlanta. My husband found this Smithskis. I don't know what they're called, but my oldest is obsessed, and she wanted one. So we were able to find them, and they weren't like $16 a piece, which was nice. This is from Galentine's. I already miss it. Take me back. And then my husband and I drove into Atlanta the night before. So we went to, there was some restaurant, Hawkers, I think. We usually stay by Perimeter because it's close to a lot of stuff that we want to do. And they had so many restaurants that we used to hang out in Perimeter, around Perimeter all the time, because my best friend used to live there. And oh my gosh, the glow up is insane. Back in the day, if you know, all they had was that Taco Mac, and now there's like 80 restaurants over there, and we were like completely flabbergasted. Churros. February was clearly the month of churros, because Churro Station, which is a restaurant that or churro restaurant that just opened up near us, and we've had them before because they go to the Saturday markets that we'll sometimes go to. And we tried them there and we're like, oh my gosh, they were so good. Outside of these, really the only churros we've had were from Walt Disney World, and they are trash at Walt Disney World. Walt Disney World, not Disneyland. I don't know what those churros taste like, but I am told it's very different. Anyways, here we are into January, where I probably won't babble as much because I don't remember as much. Because it was so long ago. Like this here. Oh my gosh, this is when I think I was reading. No, I was reading One Dark Window. I had read Better Than the Movies, and they reference a lot of like 2000s, 90s rom-com movies. And one of them was 10 Things I Hate About You, and I had not watched it in forever. And the scene where Kat says her or recites her poem in front of her class, always and forever and ever until I die, will always make me cry. And it just blew me away. So I thought it'd be cute to just jot it down in here. Since I didn't have much else to say for the day, I did a Barnes & Noble pre-order I did not need, and I had to write it down in multiple places because I knew if I didn't, then I would accidentally purchase these books again. Like, I didn't know I ordered a novel love story. I think I almost ordered it. I don't remember. It hasn't come out yet, but anyways. And then, what else? This is when I started Better Than the Movies. It was so good. I haven't done much reading because I've been reading Project Hail Mary for what seems like an eternity. And it's not that it's not good. I'm just not like as engaged with it. It's good, but I just can't like, I don't know what it is. I can't just like zip through it like I've been able to do my other books. Probably because there's a lot of science in it. It's a sciencey book. Yeah, but it's good. The story, and I'm like, my thing is I won't DNF it because I feel like there's going to be something at the end or close to the end that's just going to make all of the emotions pour out, or everything that I've been hoping and waiting for, because so many people love this book, and I feel like that's where it's going to lie. Like, but it's pretty good. I am enjoying it. I just can't enjoy it fast enough. This is Bluey again. This is actually Rusty, because that was my favorite episode from the last Bluey, new episodes of Bluey. We saw Book of Clarence. That was so good. And then this was like a documentary we watched on Netflix that was pretty good. It's called Game Over. It's like the history of like video games and stuff, which was pretty neat to see it all from the beginning. We saw Migration. Love that. January was a big time, like a big movie. It was a good media month, I think, for us. I don't feel like I was working as hard as I am. We saw Iron Claw, bawled my eyeballs out, that whole movie. Oh my gosh. Got a bunch of work done, I guess, on that day. Oh my God. This, when I fixed my dryer, I felt so good. I fix a lot of things in my house, and some things just make me feel a lot more accomplished than others. The Boy and the Heron, went and saw that. I wanted to see it again, but I just didn't have time. And this is where it all began. I do daily journal prompts that I get from the Coffee Monster Co. from her website. Every month she uploads I think she does it ahead. So it's not like she won't post April's until April rolls around. I think she might be a couple months ahead. But anyhow, you can check out the Coffee Monster Co. for journaling prompts, which is pretty cool. She has them like on a blog or something. Here are my weekly pages that I'm not kept up with. This is one of the kits in my shop. Foodie kit. I named it Foodie Part 1 because as soon as I designed this, everyone was like, oh, you should do this kind of food or this kind of food and this kind of food. And I was like, okay, give me time. I will do it. But they were all great ideas. And then this is my Cherry Blossoms kit. I'll show you just a few days that I've actually done. I started this with the Once More with Love kit. That's so cute. Didn't finish, obviously. And then Moody Cat's designs. I have so many of these kits that I'm hoarding. But I do want to use them because I absolutely love and cherish these products. And yeah, I want to be able to see them. This is one I hadn't released in my shop, but I did. This is where I started the redesign of my Hobonichi Cousin kits, but I did not release this one because I ended up changing things. This one's from Bubba Bears. Did not finish. This is just random stuff I did not finish. And that is that. I got some stickers up here. So, this is, I don't watch trailers for movies that I know I'm going to see because I don't want to see like the fun stuff. But Deadpool, that trailer came out and released, and my husband and I are celebrating our 15-year wedding anniversary this year. So we're going to go get these tattoos because he's a huge Wolverine fan and I love Deadpool. So that'll be fun. Anyways, that's all for that. I mean, this one isn't going anywhere. I don't feel like it's going to go anywhere ever. But I'm just behind, overwhelmed a little bit. And yeah, I will have to timestamp this. But I will quickly show what or how I've set up. So this is the Filofax Holborn. I will say I ordered this in pocket size, and I don't know if it's because they came from different places or what it was, but this leather for the personal is so much like softer than the Holborn pocket that I had ordered. I did order a different one, so I do want to kind of compare those because I do want a pocket planner to use as my wallet setup. But for right now, I've just kind of transferred some stuff I had in a different personal planner. So the biggest thing, I was actually going to open this and just look at it and be like, you know what, I probably should return this. I got it on Amazon or whatever. But once I opened it and I felt it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so nice. And that it laid almost perfectly flat. I was like, okay, maybe I'll hang on to this, but only if I can print inserts, because I've not printed inserts since I checked about 2019. No, 2020. I lied. 2020. And lo and behold, today, God shone her light on me and I was able to print inserts. I'll give you a quick tour of this planner. It's got a big pocket here, big pocket here with a zipper pocket there, which is pretty nice. No back pocket. I don't need a back pocket. I don't like back pockets because that's where I stick things and never remember they exist. These are card slots here. There's a bajillion of them. And then you have a side pocket here and then a little side here. I believe these are 22 millimeter rings. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which is a step up from the 10 millimeters I had for my plotter. 15 I had in a Giglio that I did not need. I ordered or that I bought secondhand. I was like, okay, because it does match. I'm not going to go into it. It's not your business. Anyways, I think these are 22 because I needed more space, obviously. So I wanted to fit more stuff in here. None of these inserts have been used. I will be using them starting, I don't know, maybe today. This is like a dashboard that Alice from Aria's Daydream made me. I'm waiting to go back to Nashville to take this planner so she can make it all cute. This here I'm going to be using as, drumroll, just kidding, a table of contents, because I kind of have this sectioned off right now in like 4 different chunks, and I want to be able to look at this and remember what is existing in each area of this. This is an insert from Plotter. This is from Lindsey Scribbles. She has a shop that I just learned about. This I'm going to use as an inbox. It's from Plotter. This is a dashboard. I'm not going to name everything because there's so much in here. I will tag the shops that I've purchased things from because I can't remember off the top of my head. This is a mood tracker from Lindsey Scribbles. I think it's so cute, which I do want to use because I haven't been noticing my mood this year. And like, it has been a year. Anyways, I did not do a perfect job cutting my inserts. I don't care. So you shouldn't care. This is a monthly tracker, horizontal tracker, that I'm going to use for just general things. And then from there, I do have in here, because I really like the look of this insert. This is like a monthly memory insert, which I thought was really cute to be able to just jot down something, a few of the fun major things that happen just in here to have in here. I do have 2 of these printed. One of them I'm going to move into my work section because I do have a work section in here because I want to use that as just like a forward planning for grants and applications that I need to be on top of. So that will help me tremendously. This is a die cut, shameless plug from my shop. I was going to put it here and then I didn't, or yet. This is an undated monthly from Lindsey Scribbles. I printed one of, because I didn't want to have like it start looking like this. So I printed one, just page 1 by itself, so I could have like a front cover for this monthly section. And I'll be using, and I'll probably use my script stickers in here. And I'm probably just going to jot down just like with a pen. I do have date stickers that would fit perfectly in there, but I don't have the patience to use them in there. Anyways, this is another one of those half like page checklist type inserts. This is kind of ahead of my daily section. Man, I had a really good idea for the, oh, so I can't remember what the method is called or if there's a name for it, but similar to my week at a glance pages, or actually similar to this page, this things to do page. For here, I'm going to just be using this space to jot down all the things I need to do ahead of a week, or ahead of the week, and then just trying to plot down what day I'm going to do it on. So that's how I'll utilize these columns. And this column here will just be like ongoing kind of like task list for a certain week. And I can date the week here, probably put some priority items up in this space. So that's how I plan to use these inserts from Lindsey Scribbles. These are from Annie Plans. So I love these because you can jot down like top 3 things or whatever, like priority items. There's space to write the date. And then this is actually, yeah, this is actually a timed daily here, or timed section, which is great because I do want to practice time blocking, but the numbers are so faint that if it doesn't bother you, you can write over them. And it doesn't bother me because most things don't. And here I can jot down like to-do lists or anything. And then down here I can just do like, I don't know, like a gratitude or journaling, or jot down a moment or something like that. Something funny that happened, because that's the thing that I'm losing, is the funny little cute things that happen in the days. I have nowhere to like really write them down. I mean, yeah, technically I could just jot it down in here, but this is like, yo, there's some like thought that goes into these spreads that I don't have the capacity to just like take a pen and just be like, Abby said, screamed poop in the middle of a parking lot. Like, you know, she didn't, but you know what I mean. Behind those daily pages, I do have these menu grocery inserts from Peanuts Planner Co. because I'm trying to get better at my meal prepping. So grocery list here, and then here I can write down even like the breakfast and lunches that I do. There's enough space for me to write all that plus dinner. And then down here, I don't know, random stuff, something else. Or washi tape, something cute. I could doodle something. These are light, I think they're called like the light journaling pages from Lindsey Scribbles. I wanted these because there are some days where I will not take the time to plan out my day, and then I experience the burnout and the overwhelming feelings that I've been having. So I wanted to have these pages on those days that I kind of just need to catch myself, you know what I mean? So I probably won't use these every day. Who knows? Maybe I will. But they have a space here for me to write down the day. I can jot down, like, here's a daily affirmation, some sort of heartfelt intention. You can journal in this space here. Didn't work out today. Jot something like that. Going forward, it teaches me. So some sort of like lesson from the day. Daily gratitude, and then something to kind of like celebrate, says you did that. And then you could probably journal in this space or tape in a photo. So these are going to be kind of for those days where I just need that extra extra love and hug for myself. This is like a task list chart. I can't remember why I printed it out, but I mean, there's probably about 1,000,001 ways I can use this page. Also from Lindsey Scribbles. I don't remember where I got these stickers. I just know that I love them. This is from my shop. And then, yes. So this is where kind of my work section starts. So task managements will just be like different grants. I can keep like the title or the funder name here. And then just, I kind of go through these 4 or 5 major steps. And when I apply for a grant, it goes from like reviewing the application, identifying where, you know, we would fit in with them and, you know, what our ask amount is going to be. And then from there, I like to, they have their, a lot of them have their application. I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but I'm going to tell you anyways. Their applications through an online portal, but I like to make a Word document that outlines everything in the portal because I like to have that in my own files. And I'm finding out that I am one of very few people who do things like that. It is an extra step, but it helps me a lot, especially with sharing the information with someone else within the organization. If I need them to be like, hey, can you just look at this real quick? They don't have to log into my portal, like into my portal account and do all that. They can just look at my Word doc and be good to go, or they should. And then I like to have my boss or somebody, if I have questions about it, make sure I get those questions, certain sections reviewed and approved, and then obviously submitting, and then the waiting on the award. And I like to keep that information in one place so that way I can tell them, like when my boss asks like, oh, hey, did you apply for this, or what did you apply for? And I can tell them very quickly and then say like, oh, well, we applied on this day and we should be hearing back by this day. So that helps. These are just some plotter notes pages for just random notes and such. This is where kind of like my family section starts. These are some random notes I've just transferred in here that I don't want to show y'all. From another planner, or an old planner. This is a spending tracker from Lindsey Scribbles that I'm going to start using. Yeah, I have a couple of those pages printed out. Lots of those pages printed out. Wish list page. And then this books to read insert is from Annie Plans. This I'm actually going to just keep a list of my TBR because I need a physical list of my TBR, and then checking off here if I have it on my bookshelf or in my Kindle. And then that way I won't buy it again because I've done that once, twice, maybe 3 times, maybe twice. This is a makeup reference page that I wanted to print out before the Sephora sale because I do have some things I need to get new stuff, and I'm not trying to buy anything new. Well, when I say new stuff, I need to refill. But yeah, this allows me to keep track of like what the item is and then like the shade, because sometimes I'll go into the store and buy it. Most times I'll do it online, but it is what it is. I know that information is in the app, but I don't want to go through the app because usually when I open my phone, I go do something else that's stupid and a waste of my time. This TV series tracker, I thought it'd be fun to use since we're watching all of the old X-Men cartoons from the beginning. This is a recipe insert. Sorry, TV series tracker is from Peanuts Planner Co. Makeup reference is from Peanuts Planner Co. Annie Plans is books. Wish list and spending tracker are both Lindsey Scribbles. And then I've been trying some new recipes, or trying to add new recipes to our lineup because weekday dinners have gotten super boring. I really like this recipes insert. So here has a section where you can write down what the recipe is. Category, I guess you could write down like, is it a side? Is it a main dish? Is it a dinner? Is it a lunch or whatever? How long it takes to prep, how long it takes to cook, total time. I really don't track that information, but that's kind of cool that that's there. The quantity, so of the ingredients that you need, and then the directions on this side, which I really like that. So I think the recipes that I really love, I'm going to keep in here, and then I can reference that when I do my meal planning, which is an insert in here. And yeah, and that's pretty much the whole entire planner. Back here, I have some random notes about random things. And then I did leave myself a space for just doodling, sketching out some ideas. I want to get back into drawing while I'm watching television and stuff again, because that was a lot of fun. And then these are just my stamp collection. And I have a bunch of random like plotter pages back here. This card insert that does not fit very well in here, even though I thought it was Filofax. It's probably not. It's probably something I just found on the interweb nets. And photos of my kids. And then yeah, that's it. That's all it is. You know what it is? I think this lays down so nicely because there's no back pocket. The Holborn pocket has a back pocket, which is why I initially returned it. And then a couple people on Instagram were like, no, 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 no. It can be trained to lay flat. Okay. Okay. We'll see. Because I bought another Filofax pocket because I was like, well, I'll just get this one. I don't think there's a back pocket. There's a back pocket, which I'm just not big on back pockets. I don't know if that's just a me thing. It's probably just a me thing, but I don't need them in my life. It's like, not good for me. Anyways, this is a very long video. If you stayed and watched the whole thing, you are a champ and deserve probably a very large cup of coffee or something. If you have any questions about anything, where something is from, let me know. And yeah, that's a big Q1 update. Maybe I won't call this a Q1 update. That was insane. All right, well, I gotta go to carpool because I'm late. All right, bye.